Today I'm going to be showing you a recipe for steamed tofu in a delicious, flavorful sauce that you can customize to your liking. To start, you'll need tofu, ideally silken or soft tofu, but this also works with firm. For the sauce, you can use a pre-made mixture like teriyaki marinade, or you can make your own like I do. For my sauce, I use soy sauce, rice vinegar, maple syrup, sriracha, sesame oil, sesame seeds, and green onions. Make sure to rinse your green onions if using. Equipment-wise, you'll need a steamer as well as two steamer-safe bowls, one for holding the tofu and the other for the sauce. Start off by putting water in your steamer and preheating it to a good low boil on your stove. This will heat up while we prepare the sauce. For my sauce, I target about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, a few dashes of sriracha, and 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil. I stir this and give it a taste. I want the final sauce to be a bit sweet and rich, so I add more maple syrup, stir, and taste. This time it's to my liking. You can customize here to your own liking by tinkering with anything I show or anything that you think could work well. Once your sauce base is done, take a knife and cut the tofu into about 1/4 inch thick slabs. Then dump the cut tofu into the bowl in which it's going to steam. And use your finger to spread these pieces out a little bit so that steam and hot air can get in and warm these pieces evenly. Now chop your green onion if you're going to use it, and then add it to your sauce. And lastly, add sesame seeds if you're using that to your sauce as well. And give it a good stir. Be careful not to burn yourself here. Set in the sauce bowl on the bottom of your steamer, and then the tofu bowl on top. This prevents steam from condensing and pooling into your sauce's water. No one wants a weak, diluted sauce here. The steam that condenses in the tofu bowl can easily be drained off later. Let this steam for about 10 minutes on a good firm steam. I turned my eye up a bit to keep the steam at a medium intensity. The tofu will feel hot to the touch when done. I let mine steam for about 12 minutes until the tofu on top was hot to the touch. I then carefully removed both the tofu and the sauce from the steamer with an oven mitt. I then put on 2 oven mitts and carefully turned the bowl over into the sink to drain off some of the excess water from the tofu. I made sure not to let any tofu pieces slip out. It's okay to have a little bit of water left over at the end. You don't want a lot, but a little is fine. With all of that done, I give my sauce one last stir, and then start spooning it over the tofu. You can use as much or as little as you like. I like a pretty flavorful dish in the end, so I spoon most of the sauce over the tofu before I start eating. And then as some pieces look drier towards the end, I put more sauce on them. The sauce is pretty much the only flavor that you get from this dish, as silken tofu is pretty plain. I like silken tofu for its simplicity, but I mostly love it for its ability to sponge up other flavors that I really seek out. I ate about half of the block this first night and finished the rest with lunch tomorrow. This dish is great. It comes together pretty quickly, it feels pretty light and healthy, and it has a huge range of customization options that you can do to change it up or to find your perfect version. I always have silken tofu sitting around in my fridge for some recipe or another, and I often opt to make a main course out of it by doing this with sides of rice and vegetables. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also drop a comment below describing your experience with this recipe or what you want to see next.